All right, what's going on, Trial Mob? It's your man Nello. Welcome back to another TBG feature, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be showing you guys a part of the collection that you see behind me, but more importantly, I'm actually going to show you guys what I've bought in the last couple of weeks. Now, this is something that I want to try to bring to you guys more often. You're going to see a compilation basically of everything that I've bought in, basically almost in the last 3 weeks, but I'm trying to do this more on a weekly basis, or at least when I do end up buying stuff, because I don't always have a chance to. And I also want to bring you guys along when I do go on hunts to Targets, to Walmarts, to GameStops, to all the other places that I visit in my local area to try to get collections like this. Now, I'm going to be going over a whole host of different things, but I do want to make an announcement. So the channel finally hit 1,000 subscribers. Actually, I believe right now I think I'm at 1,080, so almost 1,100. I did take a little time to get to this announcement, but I wanted to thank all the subscribers that have been following this channel. I've been on here for about a year and a half, so it's really nice to finally hit that goal of getting at least to 1,000 subscribers. Now, I've gone up about 300 plus in the last about month and a half, so if you are new to the channel from watching some of my shorts, I do a lot of basically news videos and reviews, general reviews on mostly 1/18 stuff, so this is something that you might get a chance to get into if you weren't into that before. And then of course a myriad of different brands: Storm Collectibles, Figma, Reveltech. I think I've done SHFiguarts as well, so I've hit a little bit of everything. So that's something that I'm also going to reflect in my haul videos, the fact that I buy a little bit of everything. So again, I just wanted to thank you guys so much for subscribing to the channel. Hopefully, if you haven't already, please join the Trial Mob and like, comment, subscribe, and of course, let me know what you guys like to see more of as I'm growing and finding more time to be able to bring you guys content, what I can bring to you guys. All right, so for the last couple of weeks, I've been buying a few items, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm really bad at keeping stuff in box. Just like you guys, I'm a collector. So when I get stuff in, it's hard for me to leave it in the box because I ultimately want to bust it out as quickly as possible and just, get my hands all over it. So I'm going to show you guys a few of everything that I've bought. I'm going to show you guys basically the boxes first, and then I'll move into the actual figures. Maybe I'll show you the box and then the figure. How about let's do it that way, okay? I'm obviously still in the middle of putting this together, so I wanted to make sure I'm doing it the right way, okay? So I went camping this last weekend, and I was in an area I'm not normally in, so I was able to pass by a Target that I don't normally pass by, and I got lucky 2 days back to back. So let's go ahead and start off with that. So on that first day, I was actually able to get this bad boy right here, Sergeant Stalker. So there's a good view of the box. And of course, I already busted him out. So let me go ahead and show you that figure. So I was not quite sure if I was going to stay with the GiJoe line, as I wanted to kind of sell off my collection. I wasn't sure if I wanted to continue. But after getting an opportunity to buy this figure and have it in hand, I don't know, I'm very much so excited by what they are doing. So I'm going to try to back them off just a little bit just to make sure you guys can see him. So I think this figure came out really nice overall. Just the way he looks, all the guns that he comes with. GiJoe finally, or should I say Hasbro, finally got its head out of its own ass and started giving us real weapons to come with our GiJoe figures. So this guy, even if, let's say, wasn't into GiJoe, but I was just into a military figure, is a really nice one that comes with multiple different accessories that for the price point I think really puts him high on the list. So this is one that I would definitely recommend. So Sergeant Stalker, is that what they call him? Yeah, so Sergeant Stalker, awesome figure. I recommend it. Definitely happy I picked up this one. If it wouldn't have been for seeing this, I might not have gotten the other two that I'm about to tell you that I got. So on top of that, I was able to get both Jamat. Is it Zamat? For those of you that know, please tell me. Tomax and Zamat, which are twins from the GiJoe line. I was able to get them both. And these guys are really retro looking. They look more ceremonial than necessarily real soldiers. There's an allure and a charminess to that I think I personally like. So here they are. Here's both of them. As you can tell, they are not exactly the same, though very much similar. Hold on, you guys. I feel like you guys can't even see this. Let me go ahead and adjust that. There we go. I think that's a bit better. Okay, so there it is. So you guys can go ahead and see what these guys look like. I like them. I personally like the overall aesthetic. I like the guns that they come with. They come with a removable silencer, so that's pretty cool. And they basically mirror each other. One of them looks dead on like Tom Cruise. The other one looks like Tom Cruise's evil brother. So yeah, I don't know. These are pretty cool overall. I do like them. I do recommend them, especially if you're going to get the Crimson Guard. I don't have them yet. So if you guys do, let me know where you got yours from, because I do need a couple of those to go with these guys. I didn't think I was going to like them as much as I did, but I think they're pretty awesome. I think that there's something that I would definitely recommend for you to take a look at. You know, you might like it, you might not. I might do a review in the future to try to give you more of a breakdown, but I thought they were pretty cool. Now I'm going to switch over into the import figures that I've gotten recently, and I'll top it off at the end with basically the 1/18 stuff. So for those of you who are only interested in that, go ahead and fast forward towards the end. You'll see where I start talking more about the 1/18 stuff. Okay, so fast forwarding over to this part right here. So I got in the mail this bad boy right here. So this is a Bring Arts. What is this? What's the name of this guy again? Alex? Eric. Okay, so a Bring Arts Eric. Now, this guy's been out for a while now, and I was able to get this from Toyco, so shout out to them. Andrew, you're an amazing seller, my guy. Keep it up. Keep up the great work. I definitely recommend that you guys buy from him. I'll have to put a link to his website in the description below, so check it out. He's got a lot of stuff going on right now, including a Black Friday sale, so definitely take a look into that. But with that said, Bring Arts, this is one of my first, I shouldn't say one of my first Bring Arts, because I've gotten Bring Arts before, but I've gotten the Final Fantasy figure, so this is my first time that I've gotten I guess, oh, Dragon Quest. So Dragon Quest, this is a little bit of a different figure. So obviously a lot of stuff that he comes with that is still in there. Again, might do a review about it later. Hold on, let me make sure you guys can kind of see that. The figure itself, it does feel pretty high quality. Now, he was not cheap, but I think the paint apps look really nice. I think the color that he has looks really well. I think my only real gripe would be that while the articulation is pretty good, I do feel that there's a little bit too much of a limit in the upper neck. I think that that definitely shouldn't have been a problem. And the mid torso, you can get him into most of the poses that you want, right? That's not really a big problem, but definitely it would have been nice to have seen a little bit more of an attempt to free this guy's center articulation a bit better. But he comes with two of these knives that you see here. This is actually a knife or a sword I gave him from Figma Zelda, or should I say Figma Link. As you can tell, it looks pretty dope, and the fact that you can put that in his hand, you know, you can equip him with other stuff, so it's really cool stuff here. So I like this guy a lot. Definitely considering picking up other people from his party and just maybe looking more into the game, but I really like this figure. I definitely recommend taking a look at that one as well. Now, keeping in with the motif of basically the Bring Arts line, I was not expecting this. I was picking up a package for a Storm Collectibles figure and realized there was a second box on my name, and I was like, what is this? So I was able to pick up from Entertainment Earth. Well, actually, Entertainment Earth was the figure that I got from Storm Collectibles, but the one that I got from, I want to say it was Hobby Link Japan. I am absolutely surprised at how quickly this showed up. It took, I mean, Entertainment Earth showed up pretty quick too, but the fact that this came imported from Japan, this got here lightning fast. Maybe it came from, I'd have to double check the box that it came in, but I got the new Bring Arts Terry. So definitely a figure that I have been looking at, I've been trying to purchase for a while. Came in this beautiful blue box. I think this looks, the presentation is top notch on this. As you can tell, the Eric one is a little bit more standard. Still looks good, like a book basically. But man, this Dragon Quest one here for Terry just looked incredible. When I busted it out of the box and I saw it, very impressed with just the presentation. I almost didn't even want to pull it out, but of course, you know me, I had to. And this guy comes with a fair amount of stuff as well. Again, these aren't cheap, but they do come with a fair amount of equipment. And so here is the figure itself. So I like the figure. I'm still trying to play with the light here, but I like this figure a lot. The blues look really nice. The facial features look really good. He comes with a sword, a shield, different ways to put it on him. Now, the only thing that I wish they would have done here is, and this seems to be an issue more so with Ragnorok, is that I wish that this skirt piece had a little bit more flexibility so that it'd be easier to bring his legs more forward, but really you're always kind of bringing them out to the side in order to be able to give him any kind of real posing. But articulation is still pretty good all the way around. But yeah, I think that would be my only real gripe. But other than that, I love these style of characters. This reminds me a lot of Dragon Ball Z, and of course we know why. It's basically the same creator, so that's something that's really cool. But yeah, I like the aesthetic overall, and I would like to get other party members of this guy in the future. And again, this is just initial stuff. Obviously, a lot of these aren't perfect, but I'll have to talk about that in more depth in a review. Now, this next one is actually a Storm Collectibles, and I'm not going to... Well, actually, this is a video, right? Okay, cool. So, from the Golden Axe series, I don't even know what they call her. Oh, Tyrus Flare. I love how she actually gets a real name and not just Axe Battler, but anyways, this is a phenomenal figure. But let me go ahead and get into it. So the dragon is absolutely the reason why this costs more than $100, but I was able to get it basically at $100 thanks to a sale. But let me just go ahead and show you guys what she looks like. She is definitely incredible looking. Storm Collectibles always knocks it out of the park with their designs. Now, for me, my only problem with this one is she's basically naked, and I feel like she needs some kind of armor, so I'm going to customize her over time to make her look more legitly like a warrior. And so I started off by putting this cape on her, and I think it definitely does a better job of making her look less like a bikini model and more like an actual warrior. But man, the Storm Collectibles know how to make a really well articulated quality like physical body, so I really like this one a lot. I wasn't sure if I was going to. I wasn't sure. I was like, man, this is kind of out of the box for me in terms of what I normally buy, but I'm not going to lie. I do like this. It makes me want to buy the Axe Battler. It makes me want to buy the other Golden Axe stuff, assuming we get that at some point. So highly recommend this one. I don't even need to give you guys a review. This is something to buy. I would definitely say that it is. And of course, I will share you guys more of Tyrus Flare once I get, you know, other armor pieces and how I customize it to, again, give her more of a warrior look. Now, this next one is an SHFiguarts. It's Dragon Ball Z. I have been looking at this figure for over a year at Barnes & Nobles, and I wasn't gonna buy it until recently. I heard that it was on sale by about 25%, which was pretty good, and that brought it down to a price where I thought, okay, let me give it a try. Worst case scenario, I'll return it. But as soon as I opened it, I was like, of course, this is a figure that I've been wanting for a long time. I shouldn't say wanting for a long time, that I've said no to for a long time, just to buy it and go, I should have bought it a year ago at full price because it was worth it. And that for me is the DBZ, or I guess this is just a regular Dragon Ball, but SHFiguarts Dragon Ball Tao Pai Pai. So Tao Pai Pai is a character that I did actually get to watch on screen, so I know who this is. I've seen him on camera before. On video, should I say, and he was obviously an awesome character for Dragon Ball, but his figure is just top notch, just quality wise. Let me just go ahead and show you guys this guy. So, I mean, again, I'm playing with lighting here, guys, I apologize, but as you guys can see, right, the pinks, the blues, just the overall aesthetic of this guy, his face, it's a really fun figure. If you don't like Dragon Ball Z, because a lot of it maybe just seems over the top, this is literally just a Shaolin master, you could say, a martial arts master figure that you could just purchase. You don't like DBZ, but you just want a cool fighting character at this size. This guy is incredible. And I think part of it is obviously his character design. He really just looks like a martial artist, like an original OG martial artist, aside from the pink. But I mean, on the back it says "kill you," which I think is pretty cool. Just overall, this is an amazing character that I was not sure if I was going to care about when I bought him. But as soon as I pulled him out, high quality. All the joints feel nice. Overall, the stance that you put him in when you put him into fighting poses look very natural. I mean, again, this is definitely a step above in many ways some of the stuff that we normally get from Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, or Dragon Ball Super from the SHFiguarts line. So I definitely recommend if you walk into your Barnes & Nobles, so he is at a 25% discount, but some people have said that they've been able to get it for almost over 50% off. Not quite sure how or how they pulled that off, but if you do see this guy, he's worth the risk. I think you'll like him. I think even if you go, it's the only one I'll ever buy from because I want some martial arts character to take on my SHFiguarts Ryu or something, you will like this guy. So I highly recommend this one. And if I'm wrong and you hate him, return him. But that's what I felt that I might do with this one. But this is a really good figure that I'm going to keep for sure. Now, this purchase right here was actually... I was not expecting it, just saw him on the shelf and decided, you know what, I'm a big Demon Slayer fan, let me just go for it. So this one is a Figma, this isn't Tanjiro, what's this dude's name? Zenitsu. Okay, so this is Zenitsu. So I love this guy. I love this guy in the show. I think he's goated. The fact that this dude falls asleep due to fear and then becomes the coldest dude on the battlefield. Awesome stuff. And this is the deluxe version, so it comes in this sleeve. So it's really nice that you get a lot of what you see here. And then of course he comes with a host of different accessories and stuff like that, which I haven't broken out yet. I've only broken out the figure. But I really like what's going on with the figure altogether. I'm a little torn though, and this is something that maybe you guys can tell me in the comment section. So this is what he looks like. I think the figure is very well done, very Figma-like. Man, this guy really soaks in that light. I apologize for that one. Let me see if I can actually get it better. That's about as good as I'm gonna be able to get him. Anyways, so this guy looks really nice. The yellows, the color, the sword itself has a lightning effect through it. Articulation isn't a problem. You can get him into all the poses that you want to get him to. He comes with multiple hands. They do a great job of putting all kinds of cuts basically through the body so that you can move the robe around very well, even if it's not a wired cloth cape. But I will tell you guys this. I don't 100% know if I'm sold on this compared to the BuzzMod versions of this. So if anybody has one that they're willing to send me for me to do a review or comparison, maybe I'll sell this one to get into the BuzzMod stuff, because I do like the fact that they have a base body and then a cloth that goes over it for the robe, rather than being a plastic with all these cuts and little, articulation points that they have to give it to give this guy this look. But that's not to say that I don't like this. I like this a lot. I'm just not sure if maybe I would like it more that way, but we'll see. I think that they did a great job. Figma did a great job with what it had in front of it in terms of what they were gonna have to do. Figma doesn't do cloth, at least I've only seen that one time, and the figure's like 140 on BBTS, so like I'm not gonna pay 140 for this. I got this I think for $100, give or take. So this is something that I think I'm more okay with purchasing this way, and he would be more, just like the BuzzMods are, like $20 or $30 more because of the cost that you take by making it cloth figures. So it is what it is. Like I said, might be worth it, might not be, but I like what I got here. I think if you're looking at this guy right now and you're like, I might pull the trigger, I don't think you're gonna hate him at all. My only thing right now is whether or not which one is going to satisfy the collector in me more, this or the BuzzMod version. But I like this a lot. Now, also from Barnes and Nobles, I got Violence, Vengeance. What is this dude's name, dude? Hold on, from Cowboy Bebop. I don't remember his name. It's not on the box, and I have never watched Cowboy Bebop from beginning to end. This dude's name is like Vengeance or Serious or Violence or something like that. Justice, I don't know what this dude's name is, to be honest. But yeah, I ended up getting this guy from Cowboy Bebop. So here's the box. I'm gonna tell you guys the truth, right? I think it's because I didn't watch Cowboy Bebop, but I don't really have a real personal connection with this dude don't really quite know what he does, and I feel like the collar really gets in the way of some of the articulation that I want from a character that's going to have a sword in hand. But if you are okay with that, if you maybe want this figure, I don't think he's bad at all. I think articulation is pretty good. I like that he comes with a sword. You can get him into most of the poses that you want. Again, that collar though does hinder surprisingly in some of the ways that you might want to put him into, you know, articulation. It's going to limit it more than I think I'm okay with. But again, after buying this guy, I don't know if I necessarily care about this kind of figure enough to keep it at the price point. 20 bucks, 30 bucks, because I got him, you know, with 50% off, no worries. But at $60, I don't think this is my kind of character, and SHFiguarts hasn't necessarily made it clear if they're going to continue making the rest of the wave at any moment, so it could be years. So I don't know if I care about this guy enough, or even the other Cowboy Bebop figures that we already have. So most likely I'm going to return it, but you might feel different. So I'm not saying it's a bad figure. I'm just saying if you guys are going to ask me to do a review about it in the future, it's probably not going to happen. I'm probably not going to have it anymore. Now, this is going to be the last figure before I get to the 1/18 stuff, but I bought a Sakura from SHFiguarts, the new version of her. I shouldn't say the new, it's not the newest version of her, but it's one of the newest figures that SHFiguarts has given us. I kind of bought it as an impulse buy, and I decided after watching a review on it that it is actually a pretty good figure, but it's another figure that I don't necessarily care about. For a lot of these, I feel like I kind of have to watch the show, or like Golden Axe. I played Golden Axe when I was younger, so, you know, seeing these figures now is really cool. And I watched Naruto when I was younger, and I always thought she was absolutely useless. And I've been told that when she's wearing this outfit, when in the current Naruto show, she's not as useless. So that's something that's really cool. But I just don't care about her enough. And again, for the price point, unless I was gonna buy Naruto and Sasuke, I don't think I will anyways. I really don't like the way Naruto looks for most of the show. So I'm probably going to skip this and return it. So again, if there's something that you want us to know about this, I'm probably not going to have it anymore after you guys see this. But I will tell you this. One of the main reasons why I bought it is overall, I like the design. I think it's well executed. The figure looks high quality. And just the face, I don't think I'm going to be able to get it on... Oh, god damn. Maybe you guys can kind of see it there. Well, point is, this face looks beautiful. She might be worthless in the show. She probably gets whooped all the time, but I'll tell you right now, when I grabbed this, I was like, this is a really pretty face. Like, just a very well done figure. The hair, the head sculpt, I don't know if it's 3D printed, her eyes, but I think this came out a phenomenal figure in terms of that. So if you are a Naruto fan, you're probably gonna love this. You're probably gonna need this. I think they executed this one really, really nicely. I think this is one of their better executed female characters. I just have other things I would rather buy right now than to spend my money on this. So maybe in the future, if I find it for less, I'll cop. But in the meantime, another one that I think I'm gonna send back. All right, so the moment that I know plenty of you have probably been waiting for. So let's just get to it. I got Bob and I got Jack. These are the newest versions of their figures. I think that they look incredible. I think that the box art is awesome. They come with a host of different things. And let me just go ahead and show you. So here is Jack. Let me try to get a little closer. Yep, so this character looks incredible. I love the design. I love the colors. I love what they decided to do with the overall aesthetic of these figures. I really hope we get more Bucks team characters, not just these 5, but more in this guys that maybe are, you know, Damien. I don't know who we're gonna get, but I really hope that we get more so that I can have a little army of these guys that have this kind of motif. I think they were really knocked out of the park in terms of overall design. Now these aren't perfect either, and I'm going to show you guys something right now so that you guys can be aware of this. So just in case I do, and I will do a review on these guys for sure, but for some reason, for Jack, what they decided to do is they decided to do this weird thing that for some reason I only see really high-end companies like Figma or BringArts do, where instead of giving you a sheath for your figure, they give you another pommel and basically the bottom part of the sword to put into the sheath. So it's just the handle. This thing just pops right out. Instead of giving you a sheath that you can actually put the sword in, they give you just the bottom end of it. I hate that. I don't understand why they do that, because I feel like if you just use the plastic that you would make to make the handle, you could just make the actual sheath usable. And the same thing goes for a small character like this. I feel like what they ended up doing for Jack, right, is that you put right here in that sheath, you put in just the ends of the knives that he has. And I just feel like you can use that plastic to, again, expand it so you can put the actual knife into it and sheath it for real. Because I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up, and I don't know if you guys can see this. See a little white thing in there? I broke mine immediately. I'm talking like I pulled this out, put all the guns on him, was like, oh, the knives, oh, like the knives you got to put them in? Okay, cool. And, you know, Acid Rain uses, I think, good plastic. I could be wrong, but I think it's pretty good plastic. It's pretty durable, it's pretty strong. So something really skinny and small like that almost broke on me instantly. The other one I haven't broken yet, but I'm gonna have to do a little surgery to get this piece out and try to glue it to the other one, unless somebody wants to send me one that's not broken, or maybe I can reach out to Acid Rain and get it replaced. But definitely a bummer to do this immediately. And even if they were bigger, because of the way that the hands come out, if you have it here, it's hard to make his hand come in and out. And if you have it on the other one, I guess it's not a problem because he's got more of that pistol grip. But without a doubt, it's something I wanted to mention immediately so you guys don't do what I did and immediately break this. Other than that, I think everything is incredibly solid. He comes with a host of different weapons, and when I do a full review, I'll let you guys know what some of the downfalls are of this figure. But again, I really like what they did with the modernization of these guys and their new motifs, and I think these really knocked it out of the park. And if we switch over to Bob himself, I think Bob was also handled really nicely. And I don't know if it was Taobao or who it was, but Patrick Chan, shout out to Patrick. He posted a photo of somebody that basically bought like 6 of these specifically, gave them all different heads, kept like 2 of them with just the regular Bob head, and then made one of them kind of like a leader with a cape. Looks amazing. It's the reason why I'm saying I really want a lot of these, and I wouldn't also mind if they did do a Bob style figure that looks a little bit different but is an unnamed Bucks team figure that's just infantry that you could buy more of. Maybe that'll take away from the allure of the Bucks team, because they're all supposed to be named figures that you can remove the helmets and actually show you a face. But again, I would like to buy more of these. And this guy looks great. The head sculpt looks awesome under here. I'm not going to take it off. I will in the review. The modular gun that you can basically switch it into, you know, this an SMG to an LMG to a different stock. I think they did an incredible job with Bob. This one doesn't seem to have any real bad problems. I think the only thing I would say is that this rail is just so thick that when you try to put his hand on it, you really have to expand it. I don't know how durable this is long term, so I wouldn't necessarily suggest you leave him in that position unless you're playing with it in the moment. But again, really like this. I think for the money, it's a really solid figure and modernization of what we're going to be seeing from Acid Rain. And yeah, I have been covering in the news as well some of the other stuff they're coming out with, so I can't wait to get that stuff and put it with this stuff right here. Now, last but not least, and this is something that I'm interested in doing long term as well with this channel, maybe a different channel, is I read anime, I'm into manga, I'm also into just graphic novels and stuff like that. So something I recently was able to get was Walter Simmons' Ragnorok Book 3. This is an awesome I haven't read this one, but this is an awesome series. So I've only read the first one. It's basically Ragnarok 1,000 years after it's occurred, and Thor is an undead god coming back to basically get vengeance for what happened to him during Ragnarok. Super cool. I'm looking for volume 2. If you're watching this, if by just chance you're watching this, and you have volume 2 for a decent price, let me know. I am down to pay for it because I cannot find it anywhere. And right now I have book 1, I have book 3. I highly recommend the series, but I can't and I won't read 3 until I get 2. So if you guys can help me with that, I'd really appreciate it. All right, Trial Mob. So as I mentioned, we made it to 1,000 subscribers. I wanted to do something a little different, a little bit new, which is the reason why I made this haul video. I'm going to be trying to bring you guys other content over the course of the next few weeks. I'm going to try to be giving you guys different stuff. I might be doing reaction videos. That's been in the pipeline for a while, so we'll see if I can finally get some assistance to get that together. And then of course these haul videos that I'm going to try to give you guys more often. So instead of giving you guys 6 or 7, I'll do them on the day that I buy them. I'll do them on when I'll film myself going into the Target possibly to get them, into the Walmart, or you know, if there's a convention going on, try to give you guys some footage of that stuff. And if that is stuff that you guys are interested to see or watch, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what it is that you guys really want to see, that you would spend your, you know, hard-earned time to take a look at my channel for, to, you know, continue to share, like, comment, you know, things like that. So again, thank you guys so much for being a part of the journey so far. I do plan on bringing you guys more content on a lot of different stuff. And for this week's haul, let me know what you guys like the best. Whatever I get the most comments on, whatever I get the most, basically the most people that talk about it and ask for it, will be what I do a review on. I imagine it's going to be the acid rain stuff, and I'm probably going to do that for sure anyways. But aside from the acid rain stuff, from the other stuff that I've shown you guys, what would you guys be interested in me reviewing? Let me know. And again, whoever gets the most votes, I will do you guys a review, okay? But until then, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Deuces.